Hey, what is up, guys? So today I am super excited about this. We finally, after all this time of having this 12 valve, I have gotten 3K governor springs, finally. So there you can see down there, I've already got the cap off. I believe it was a 22 millimeter, and I don't need to take the intake horn off because the fuel shutoff is actually broken off of the pump, so I can actually get to it without pulling all that stuff. So here they are. I paid $30-some for them on Amazon. Super cheap. I don't know why they're so much cheaper than all the other ones, but they did have a 4.5-star rating, and yeah, so I picked them up. So here we go. I'm gonna get this thing torn apart and get these things swapped out. I gotta spin the motor over. So on the top side of the motor, since I can't shut it off, I ended up disconnecting all 6 of the injector lines on the turbo. Here I am trying to spin this motor over, and this whole video is not going to be a voiceover, but I decided to do it in the beginning when I'm filming in the parking lot, so it just kind of makes it a lot less awkward, and I can give you guys a lot better sound quality. So I undid all of the injector lines, like I said, so that way I don't have to worry about the motor firing when I'm trying to spin it over, because you can actually pop start this motor fairly easily. So here it is. There is one side, and this thing leaks a hell of a lot of oil. I didn't realize there'd be that much oil in the pump, but hey, there is. So here's the first set. You can see that it comes apart. There's 5 pieces. I believe 2 of the shims and then 3 springs. So on the kit that I got 3 springs. Here they are, but I'm not using the smallest spring. So I'm just using the 2 biggest springs and the 1 shim on the bottom, because I don't need this thing to rev out to 4-some thousand RPMs, but I am super happy with the fact that it will be able to rev out to just about in between 3 and 3,400 RPM, which I'm never really going to need that high RPM anyway. All right, there's the second one down there. You can see the differences in the springs. We're using the 3K, not the 4K, so there's the 4K spring, but like I said, we're not using that. Here's the stock ones I already showed you. So take all them out, screwdriver, click it a couple of times, and then use the magnet to get it the rest of the way. Make sure not to take the big spring that sits around this one. Now, the best way to put this in is just plop it all as one piece. These come out in quite a few pieces, so there's like 5 pieces, 2 shims, the bottom piece, and 3 springs. We're only putting 2 springs back in, and the only piece you're going to reuse out of all this would be the top. So you'll see just like that. You're going to want to get 3 or 4 good clicks on it, and then that's just enough to keep it from coming out. All right, the nut's back on. The reason I did not have to take off the intake horn was because the fuel shutoff on this pump is actually broken, so I didn't have to take that off either. So to keep the engine from turning over when I was turning it over with a wrench, I just disconnected all of the lines, so that's why I did that. Here's the old air filter. I finally got this thing in the mail today, so I'm going to be throwing the new air filter on. You can see how this should make a big difference. Here's the part number if anybody needs it. I got it off of Amazon. Alright, so we're going today to get some turbo work done with the VGT, so we're going to start playing around with that. I know it's been a long time coming since we put the HE351VE off of the 2012 onto the 96 motor. So I just did a bunch of work this week to the truck. I did the fuel filter, the air filter, the grid heater delete, new gaskets, cleaned the motor up pretty good. I know I'm missing something. What else did I do? We fixed the throttle issue where I had to put my foot behind the throttle pedal. My cable was just a little bit too tight. And we installed 3K governor springs. Now I am gonna have to adjust the idle today because I can hear it. It's definitely idling a little bit high. Sounds like it's about 900 to 1,000 RPM, so I need to dumb that down a little bit. So, other than that, we're gonna start playing with some VGT stuff today. So, I just accelerated for the first time with the governor springs, and I see why you guys say to install them. Holy hell, is that a big difference. You can actually accelerate now and not have to worry about losing fuel at the top end. Holy hell. That's awesome. Now I just want to drive it. But we're about 5 minutes away from the shop where we're going to. I'm going to shut this off and I'll start filming when we get there. Okay, so I've been used to driving this thing for how long on stock springs, I did not ever think that that was going to be, like, it's not even a small difference. Like, just normal acceleration is different. This is, if I ever get another 12 valve, that is going to be the first thing I do. So I was able to get those springs for $30 on Amazon, and they have like a 5-star rating on them. I was not going to get them because I thought they were 150 bucks, and it turns out they do the exact same thing and not one person's had a problem. So, oh, that's awesome. All right, so check this out, right? All the way up. Oh, that is so nice. I can actually rev the motor out. I'm sorry if I'm making too big a deal about this, but like, this is huge. I'm loving it. What a difference. All right, well, I'm gonna stop it right now with the springs, and we're gonna get into the rest of the video because I feel like it made it smoke less, but maybe that's just me. It's not smoking like it was, but maybe that's just the air filter. I did put a brand new air filter on it, so maybe that's why it's not smoking near as bad. Making progress.
But I wanted bacon.
You could see the leak from where I didn't do that bolt hole. We might be able to get it right there. I think that's the only leak left.
If you want to drop the manifold, it's real no big deal. We'll get it sealed up. We'll check for any.
Not bad.
And if we need to touch up some little areas.
So go figure it's gonna rain, but all right, no, I'm not standing out there. Here. Finally got it off. It spins pretty nicely when it's not up against it. Hey, is that normal there? I see a little.
Yeah, there's a
chunk missing.
Nick.
Interesting. Not that it matters, I guess, but
Actually, that's a factory machined lip.
okay. Well, this isn't. That was from my hammer.
That's not. That's my hammer.
That hot side, like I'm used to seeing these dirty, but I don't think I've seen them this dirty. You won't find them that dirty on a newer truck, but
no, that's
wow.
That's definitely just from your exhaust.
When you run that open, it's horrible. One day I'm gonna have to tell the story of this whole truck on YouTube.
It's gonna be like an hour-long video of you just trying to remember what the hell you did.
I'm gonna have to write down all the lists of everything.
Yeah, half the video's gonna be going, so what? Shit, no, that was wrong. Hold on. This happened first.
So we'll compound this one. I think this is the perfect size.
Ideal.
Dude, that's stinky. I like it. That'd whistle pretty good. What do you guys think? Compound that little guy for this guy. All right, so he's getting the plate fabricated up. We're gonna cut out a center for this to move, get it bolted up, and then see what we have to do from there. So, and we are not gonna be running coolant, so. Now, I gotta say I'm a little upset because, like, this is way nicer than what we were expecting, and
it's still done with an angle grinder and a flap wheel, if that makes you feel better.
I mean, underneath there's a little bit of an over. So I don't know. Are we gonna cut it out to make it super nice? No, I'm kidding. Don't do that. Don't do that. You don't need to make it super nice.
No, now it acts as a heat sink. See?
Have you seen the truck?
Yeah, it's immaculate. I can't.
This thing's horrible.
Thing's fresh off the showroom floor. Beautiful.
It's a SEMA build.
It is now.
I don't know that the internet has seen my kink in the drain.
Ooh. Oh, that's for limiting the drain flow. We want to make sure we keep enough oil in the housing.
We don't want to use too much oil either.
Yeah, some people put a restrictor in the feed. We put a restrictor in the drain. See?
That's
revolutionary.
God. That motor mount though. Oh, I'm leaning up against the truck.
Now you have
nice. What?
I said now you have wet titties.
Yeah.
You can
see. What? So this one's leaking.
That's
a little wastegate though.
Yeah,
I would.
that's boost control. This
I think
one's-
we should put some weld in there.
Oh, we'll fill it, and then these two are solid. You're not even cracked or anything along the side.
Well, there is.
You have a small leak. We'll tap it off.
Aha, yeah, because I did that one in the truck. So
I like the bolt you left in there too.
that was. I don't know why I did that, but hey, it's in there. And then I think there's a little bit back here.
Well, we can seal it up either way. So
I like how this manifold is mud colored now. It gives it a nice.
Paid extra for that.
Yeah, I definitely paid for it. Now it's gonna rain. I want to fire this thing off with no turbo.
No manifold.
Yo, they all leak. Every one of them leak. We're gonna get all the holes welded up that I missed while we're here. Gonna get some new gaskets for the manifold since every one of them do leak. And here's how the plate turned out. Maybe a little bit too nice for the what we're doing, but I'm gonna get this pulled off here in a little bit, you know. And we're probably gonna weld a couple of things to it so that we can get control of this, and then we want the exhaust brake to work. So
make sure they're nice and sealed for you. So there.
yeah, that's pretty right there. I like that one.
Thanks. So there are those two.
Now that you've heated it up pretty well.
Well, I still want to get some more heat in it. But where do we want?
Yeah, those welds look a lot better than mine.
They're all right. This welder's kind of shitty, like I was saying. And that way we can test it. But
Okay, so do you want to weld it first?
well, I'm gonna
Or-
I'll just run a tack here
Okay.
and a tack here, and then I'm gonna get a vacuum line off of my compressor, and we're
Cool.
gonna put like 5 or 6 pounds through it, and just make sure it opens and closes properly. So,
Awesome.
and I figure I'll knock that out while you take care of your downpipe.
All right. Actually, the downpipe's a two-person job, maybe.
Oh, okay. Well, you need just holler. Is this your hollering?
I don't know yet. Usually it takes 2 people to get it,
You
but
need someone to lift while you.
yeah. So here, okay, everything's back on. Everything's plugged in except the turbo itself, the drain. I'm gonna get judged hard on that drain.
Oh,
The internet is brutal.
If that's the worst flack they give you, like the worst shit they give you for anything
They
you
won't.
managed to do to this truck, like,
They
I
won't.
think you're all right.
So I'm thinking if for some reason I've gotten videos with 100 likes before, so I'm thinking if in this video, if we can get 100 likes, I'll do a whole rundown on this, like a whole official rundown on all of the half-assery. 100 likes. All of the half-assery.
Do you have enough video?
Man, I wish I caught that. Okay, so fuck. What do you got the heat up to? Jesus, boy. 7. Yeah, no wonder. How
Son of a bitch!
you can feel the heat off of that from one tack.
And my finger was sitting on the other side.
that's
Oh god.
that's pretty good.
All right. So you're about to watch. Oh god, this is good. So
What?
you'll like this.
Oh boy, what are we doing? I'm serious about that 100 likes. Get it. Come on. All right, so what's about to go down? Oh, you're gonna, okay.
My ring pressure.
We're gonna make some VGT noises. Hey, is your gas on?
Yeah, probably.
I see some porosity in that weld there.
I don't know. Hold on. Is it on? Yeah, it's on. Oh,
Okay.
It's a shitty ass tack. I didn't even look. Alright?
I'm just giving you shit. You know how many times I have hit the welder and like not turned the gas on and I'm like, oh, that would be a lot better if I did.
New
Turbo's in. Yeah, that would be bad actually. No, you gotta put, no, it's gotta go here. It's gotta go there. My ultimate cold air intake. Oh, wow. That's perfect. Oh, God.
Oh, that's so retarded. I love it.
I haven't had a day to just joke around and fuck off. It's like kind of nice.
Dude, it is. It is.
Are we gonna put the air through?
We are gonna try to put some air through. We're gonna see if it works or if I blow these tacks off real quick. Cause
I'm assuming this tack's gonna go if anything.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, you're already. Oh, okay. I don't know. Oh, yours won't do it. That's why. Nice. All right. I feel text messages.
All right.
Oh my God, it works. Now the prop. Oh,
You're okay. We don't. Yeah. And then I gotta put this one on. So.
Playing with nuts.
Oh.
All right. Let's see. Let's see if it breaks a tack.
Oh, yeah, I gotta take the pressure off. Yeah, and I mean, we don't have it adjusted yet, so it's just going off of base pressure, but... And this is like 10 PSI, so... If I can even get my nozzle close. Yeah, so 10 PSI.
We get it. Yeah, it works. That's awesome. And we didn't blow the tack off. As the tack blows off.
Son of a...
Then it rips off. Oh, man. All right. Personally, the more slag, the better, because, I mean, you see what it's going on.
It'll all scrape off if you do put a scrape in.
At least people do understand that I work on other people's stuff a lot better than I work on my own.
Hopefully they understand I work on my own stuff a lot better than I'm working on yours.
I mean, okay, if somebody wants to sponsor me, I'll turn this into a SEMA truck, but until then, no thank you. Work truck.
Someone pay Steven to pay me to build him a SEMA truck.
Yeah, because that's what I do. You think I'm gonna work on it myself? I've done enough of that.
So we need to take this guy all the way back. That way.
Yeah, you gotta put that in a better position. Here, let me get the hammer out. Hold on.
It's a little warm.
Hold on, sir. Uh-oh, that's not good.
You're okay.
This is too high up. We're gonna have to extend that rod.
Nah.
No. All right, we got the boy. Say hi, Liam.
Hi.
No, Liam, say hi.
Hi.
All right, so here's what we kind of came up with right now. We're gonna get a spring and some recoil on here at some point, Loctite these, and this whole thing can come off whenever we want, and then we're gonna do an exhaust brake setup. So, what'd you find?
The whole fucking thing.
I'm a little like it actually clears, but I mean it's in there. No promises those nuts aren't gonna back off, but oh shit! I actually forgot to plug in my not that it matters because the check engine light's permanently on because the truck doesn't run. Technically.
Not like the ECU's monitoring actual airflow because it doesn't know the engine's on.
Yeah, it's so I don't get that. It sees the airflow, but it doesn't know that it's running.
Well, because I mean the sensors, like you still have voltage.
It sees coolant flow.
Yeah, well, because you still have voltage to the sensors. It has no cam or crank signal to pick up, and the actual engine is spinning.
So it's just like shut the fuel pump off every 30 seconds.
Well, because basically what it's doing is it's running like it's an accessory instead of on.
Alright guys, so everything is done on the VGT. For now, I'm going to be ordering some parts this weekend to really get everything kicked off. So I want to get this thing finished up, get an exhaust brake sometime by next week. I just need to find a decent push-pull solenoid for it. So we will do that, and that should pretty much be it. I think the only thing, I can't remember the other thing that I have to do to the truck, but oh yeah, that's right, adjust the idle. So I just gotta adjust the idle yet, and that should be pretty much like everything good. And then I can start, you know, ignoring it. I don't really have much left to do, so. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more, and if you want to see me go over and do a complete rundown on how, like, every little thing that is wrong with this thing, like, I want to see 100 likes on this video. If not, then I won't worry about it, but 100 likes, guess we'll see. Take care, guys, and have a good one.